Welcome back to our Box to Backup series. Managing distributed backup storage is increasingly complex as environments span multiple sites, clusters, and clients, especially with growing AI and data demands. IT and service provider teams face challenges with authentication, VPNs, monitoring, visibility, and maintaining ransomware-resilient storage, often worsened by fragmented systems and repetitive tasks. Fleet Manager by Object First simplifies this with a secure, cloud-based service that provides centralized visibility, secure remote access, and streamlined monitoring for all Object First deployments. All built on zero trust and secure by design principles to ensure data remains absolutely immutable. Let's take a look. Okay, now that we're in the lab, let me walk you through exactly what you can expect to see inside of Fleet Manager. To get things started, you will need credentials first in order to gain access inside Fleet Manager, and to get that process of onboarding started, you simply navigate over to objectfirst.com, click on the Product tab, and you'll see Fleet Manager. This is where you can start that process of generating your account. If you should need assistance with this, please feel free to reach out to us. Once you have got your credentials and log in to Fleet Manager, this will be your landing dashboard that you'll see. And a couple things to note. You can see that we're logged in as a partner user. So the partner user provides us one level higher than a typical end user view, so that, let's say you are a service provider, you can see all of the different organizations and customers that you might provide services for. If you log in as a typical end user, you're going to start by seeing all of your remote clusters. Now, over on the left-hand side, you can see your navigation tabs. In the top dead center, you'll see all of the organizations that you have in this environment. You can see the general status, so everything is nice and green for us. And here below, you can see all of the different clusters, nodes, and buckets that we have visibility to in this particular lab. Now, if you go over to the Clusters tab, this will give you a different view showcasing more details on all of your clusters. And if we click on this cluster here in this lab, you'll see that we can not only see the number of buckets in total that exist in this cluster, we can see the cumulative capacity that's being consumed. We can see some trending data, and you do have the ability to change this if, let's say, you want a larger view, a zoomed out view over the course of a year. If you scroll down, you can see all of your buckets, whether or not they have versioning turned on or off for immutability. You can see all the details, capacities, and you can also see all the nodes, individual nodes that make up this cluster. So if we want to go even deeper and click on a node, now it's going to give us additional insight for this particular node. And you can see this one is called VSA number 3, just in this particular lab setting. You can see there's no issues with the power supply or fans. There's no alerts that have been triggered. And if you scroll down, now we can get even a more deeper, granular view all the way down to the disk level. Should there be any issues, you're going to be able to see that right away. You can also see the health of your network, that it's online and running. So you do have a lot of deep, granular visibility inside Fleet Manager. Now, if we click on the Nodes tab, this is just taking you down one additional level. Many of the things we just covered, so capacities, you can see the disks, the network. And the other thing that I wanted to draw your attention to is the alerts. So the Alert tab here, if we click on this, this is going to give us any active alerts or warnings that could be going on across the environment. Now, luckily in our case, everything is in the green, so we don't have anything that is a trouble area to dig into. But if we click on Events, this is going to give you a deeper insight into what's been going on across your cumulative Fleet Manager deployment. And in this case, we see some periodic heartbeat checks to make sure everything is online and operational. We can click into this and see additional details about the event. Also, up in the top right, you can see quick actions here with your alerts and events. You can access it here, as well as on the left-hand pane that we looked at momentarily. So again, high level, all the way from an organization looking down if you happen to be a service provider. Cluster level, you can go all the way down to the disks, to the network. You do have a settings tab here if you wanted to go look at some system information, such as the UUID, the version of firmware. You also have the delegation status. So again, if you want to delegate another Fleet Manager instance to be able to manage this particular cluster, that's how you would enable that capability. And this gives you a very nice centralized view of all of your Object First Ootbi deployments across the globe, whether it's a multiple site location with 4 or 5 Ootbis deployed in, let's say, 2 clusters on each coast of the US, all the way to full-blown global deployments worldwide. This is a very simple, easy-to-use interface that brings all that data together, lets you see at a glance any potential health issues. If you had fans or power supplies that could have had issues, you'll be able to be alerted to that right here inside this console. Any active alerts, any informational events, all of that is aggregated right here inside Fleet Manager. Now you also have quick access to your sizing calculator should you want to do some planning for additional Object First Ootbi deployments and you're curious on exactly how many you may need and what capacities. You can check out our sizing calculator there, and also quick actions to your support center with Object First as well as documentation. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video.